Need for Speed Heat is dead, and this makes me very heartbroken. The game, it was actually a great game, but had a very bare bones end game. Since all we can do is race your friends, that's it. We've gotten no PvP and no new cars except for 2, and overall just nothing. Rather than a glorified patch, which added steering wheel support, and a content update, which didn't add enough. Alright, and Need for Speed Heat is got no support for it. No, I'm not hating on Need for Speed Heat. It's, in my opinion, it's actually a great game. It was just very unoptimized. The game had great customization. Its physics were decent, even though there were some clipping issues. And the game's graphics were alright because they weren't as good as Rivals, to be honest. And the game also had a pretty good car list, cop chases, a street racing focus story. So it was a great game as a base, but it never rose to its full potential. And yeah, but the game as what's the stuff to be the best Need for Speed game. Very car list and everything, but it's just not. And I would probably give a game on a scale of 10, probably a 7 out of 10 because of how unoptimized the game is. And heck, games like Super Street the Game, if you know what that is, a game that's terrible, but I've heard that's kind of funny at the same time. It's entertainingly bad. Yeah, but that game, it's made by a company that's never made a good game, and it's gotten 2 updates, 2 content updates, more than Heat. And then the Crew 2 gets more updates than Heat, but they're not doing it properly since there's a lot of stuff in the Crew 2 that Avatar needs to fix, but they're not doing. And then Need Speed and the Crew 2, they're on they're under EA and Ubisoft, 2 of the biggest game companies. While games are doing live support correctly, Forza Horizon 4 and Gran Turismo Sport, they're actually exclusives to consoles, so I don't really know what's going on. But the only games are doing live support correctly is GT Sport and Forza Horizon 4. And those are the only race games to play right now, and Need for Speed Heat is the only street racing game to play right now. Because of which one has most content. And this is the reason why you see people going back to older Need for Speed games like Pro Street, Most Wanted, The Run, some of the others, and me actually sometimes go back to 2015 since I actually really like 2015. Except for its unbearable car physics. But it was an overall decent game. It's still missing features, there's still some bugs to fix, but Ghost isn't doing any of that. And Ghost was actually closed. And then I think it was just their main branch that was closed. Since I think their UK branch is still open, that's if it was all closed, we probably won't get the black market update, but yes. And the game's soundtrack was, oh my god, it sucked, in my opinion. And Need for Speed Heat, it's just been getting no support for, heck, games that came out then when I was 2 years old have gotten more support than Need for Speed Heat, more DLC and stuff like that. Heck, even a game that came out when I was a few months ago, Test Drive Unlimited, that game has gotten more DLC, and yes, it's just sad that Need for Speed isn't getting support. It had so much potential, but it's just not being used to its full potential. So, and I think that Criterion will do a better job since, yes, Criterion will do will do a better job in my opinion because they're a bigger team and all that. And I think the main reason why Ghostbusters is doing less support, it might have been because they're kind of a small team. I take that back. Like, they've done life support correctly with 2015, and they've kind of done it correctly with Payback. And Need Speed Heat, on the other hand, it needs a lot more, which I don't really think that they're gonna even do because the fact that Ghost Game is closed and Criterion now is involving Need Speed. So Need Speed Heat is dead, and I'm actually kind of sad about it because Need Speed Heat, it's actually a great game as a base, and it could have been so much more if they optimized it better. So looks like I'll have to wait for another year and then see if Criterion knows how to do life support correctly.